Attention is the notice, thought, or consideration of someone. Attention. To climb means to use your hands and feet to go up on something. Climb. To attract means to make a person or thing come closer. Attract. If something is final, it is the last part. Final. To drop is to fall or allow something to drop. To maintain means to make something stay the same. Maintain. To maintain means further is used to say something is from a distance or time. Further. To imply something is to suggest it without saying it. Imply. Otherwise means different or in another way. Otherwise. If something is physical, it is related to your body and not your mind. Physical. To prove something is to show that it is true. Prove. To prove something is to show that it is true.
My teacher proved the answer on the board.
You use neither to connect two negative statements. Neither. You use to react is to act in a certain way because of something that happened. React. To react is to act in a certain way because of something that happened.
James reacted badly to the news.
To ride something is to travel on it. Ride. If something is situated somewhere, it is in that place. Situated. If something is situated somewhere, it is in that place.
The whiteboard is situated between the two men.
If two things are separate, they are not together. Separate. If two things are separate, they are not. To compare means to say how two things are the same and different.
Compare.
If something is far, it is not close. Far. The weather is the condition of the air. Hot. Weather. Society is people and the way that they live. Society. Society. If something happens finally, it happens after a long time or at the end. Finally. A scene is one part of a book or movie. Scene. A scene. When someone or something is beside you, they are next to you. Beside. A voice is the sound a person makes. Voice. A standard is what people consider normal or good. Standard. A material is what is used to make something. Material. A characteristic is something that shows what a person or a thing is like. A characteristic is something that shows what a person or a thing is like. A characteristic is something that shows what a person or a thing is like. Characteristic. A characteristic is something that an officer is a leader in the army. Officer. If someone or something is silly, they show a lack of thought. Silly. To suggest something means to give an idea or plan about it. Suggest. A symbol is a thing that stands for something else. Symbol. An advantage is something that helps you. Advantage. An advantage. Since is used to talk about a past event. Since actually means in fact or really. Actually. Actually means in. Long ago, a lord was a man in charge of a town. Lord. The middle of something is the center or halfway. If you are among certain things, to sense something is to know about it without being sent. Bite is the act of using your bite. If something is normal, it is not strange nor surprising to you. If something is local, it is nearby. To save something is to keep it from being hurt. To contain something is to have it inside. Contain. To contain. The coast is the land by an ocean. Coast. If something is original, it is the first one of that thing. Original. To claim means to say that something is true. Claim. A tail is a part of an animal's body, sticking out from its rear or back. Tail. To compete is to try to be better than someone. Compete. A deal is an agreement that you have with another person. Deal. To be content is to be happy and not want more. Content. If you are certain about something, you know it is true. If you are certain about something, you know it is true. If you are certain about something, you know it is true. Certain. A trick is something you do to fool another person. Trick. The desert is an area of land without many plants or water. Desert. To step is to walk. A wave is a line of water that moves higher than the rest of the wave. Harm is hurt or problems caused to someone or something. Harm. Harm is hurt or if something is pleasant, you enjoy it. Pleasant. If something is pleasant, an earthquake is a shaking movement of the ground. Earthquake. An earthquake is a shaking movement of the ground. Yet is used to say something has not happened yet. Blood is the red liquid in your body. Blood. If a person is responsible, they do the right things. Responsible. An artist is a person who paints, draws, or makes sculptures. Artist. If something is effective, it works well. Effective. If something is effective, if something happens suddenly, it happens quickly and unexpectedly. Suddenly. To encourage someone is to make them want to do something. Encourage. Force is a person's strength or power. Force. An island is land in the middle of water. Island. To examine something is to look at it carefully. Examine. If someone happens to do something, they do it by chance. A habit is a thing that you do often. None means not any of someone. None. If something is false, it is not correct.
False.
If something is when someone is pleased, they are happy. Pleased. Judgment is the ability to form opinions or decisions. Judgment. An issue is an important topic. Issue. To fix something is to make it work. A gift is something you give someone. Gift. The length of something is how long it is from length.
You use well to say that something was done. To cause is to make something happen. Cause. A rock is a hard thing in the dirt. Rock. Hunger is the feeling that you get when you need to eat. A village is a very small town. Village. To realize is to suddenly understand. Realize. A noise is an unpleasant sound. Noise. To publish a book is to get it printed and ready to sell. Publish. To imagine something is to think of it in your mind. Imagine. A library is a place where you go to read books. Library. If something is wild, it is found in nature. Wild. A pet is an animal that lives with people. Pet. A journey is a long trip. Journey. A journey is a long trip.
I went on a journey across the country with my parents.
To be correct is to be right. Correct. To escape is to run away from something bad. Escape. A grade is a score or mark given to someone's work. Grade. The ocean is all of the salt water that surrounds land. Ocean. A puzzle is something that is hard to understand. Puzzle. To create means to make something new. Create. Meat is food made of animals. Meet. A level is a point on a scale that measures level. A goal is something you work toward.
Goal.
Quite is used to say that something is quite. To treat is to act in a certain way toward someone. Treat. The price of something is how much it costs. Price. Injustice is a lack of fairness or justice. Injustice. If something is bright, it shows a lot of light. Bright. Rather is used when you want to do one thing but not the other. Rather. A war is a big fight between two groups of people. War. A nurse is a person who helps sick people in the hospital. Nurse. A dish is a plate. Dish. If something is specific, it is precise or exact. Specific. If something is specific, it is. Property is something that someone owns. Property. To reflect is when a surface sends back light, heat, sound, or an image. Reflect. To bother is to make the effort to do something. Bother. To offer is to present someone with something. Offer. A tour is a short trip in which you see. Tour. A lawyer works with the law and represents people in court. Lawyer. A product is something that is made. Product. If you talk about something else, you else. To argue is to angrily speak to someone because you do not agree. Argue. A trip is a journey to a certain place. Trip. If something happens already, it happens before a certain time. Already. To locate something is to find it. Locate. Later means after the present. Expected. Late. If something has value, it is worth a lot of money.
Value.
If something has value, it is worth a lot of money.
Matthew found a treasure of.
To leave means to go away from someone or something. Leave. A standard is what people consider normal or good. Standard. To beat someone means to do better than beat. A speech is something said to a group of people. Speech. An opportunity is a chance to do something. Opportunity. An opportunity is a band is a group of people who play music. Band. If something is extra, it is more than what is needed. Extra. Society is people and the way that they live. Society. To celebrate is to do something to show that an event is special. Celebrate. The base is the bottom of something. Base. You use whether when you must choose between two things. Whether. Barely means by the smallest amount. Almost not. Barely. Barely means by the smallest amount. Almost not. If someone or something is alive, they are not dead. Alive. Fair describes treating someone in a way that is reasonable, fair. A solution is a way to solve a problem. Solution. If something is exact, it is just the right amount.
Exact.
If something is boring, it is not fun. If you move forward, you move in the direction in front of you. Forward. To enter a place is to go into it. Enter. To suggest something means to give an idea or plan about it. Suggest. Bite is the act of using your teeth to cut. Bite. A captain is the person who leads a ship or airplane. Captain. To cancel means to decide that an event or a hero is a brave person who does things to help others. Hero. A staff is a group of people working together in a doubt is a feeling of not being sure. Doubt. Doubt is to gather is to collect several things, usually from different places. Gather. A driveway is a short private road that leads to a person's home. Driveway. Actually means in fact or really. Actually. A hill is a round area of land. To advise someone is to tell them what to do. If something is foreign, it is from a different country. Foreign. A deal is an agreement that you have with another person. To indicate means to show, point, indicate. An earthquake is a shaking movement of the ground. Earthquake. Garbage is waste material like unwanted or spoiled food, bottles, paper, etc. Garbage. Garbage. To select something is to choose it.
Select.
If something is basic, it is basic. A vegetable is a plant used as food. The coast is the land by an ocean. Coast. If something is empty, it does not have anything in it. Empty. An instrument is something designed to do a certain task, like music. However means despite or not being influenced by something. However, if something is effective, it works well. Effect. An opinion is a thought about a person or a thing. The conclusion of something is the final part of it. Conclusion. A list is a record of information print. List. The desert is an area of land without many plants or water. To determine means to choose or make a decision.
Determine.
If something is worth an amount of money, it costs that amount. Worth. If something is social, it is about many people and so the brain is the organ in your head that lets you think. Brain. If something is false, it is not correct.
False.
Magic is the power to do impossible things. An experiment is a test that you do to see what will happen. Experiment. A season is a time of the year. Spring, summer, fall, or winter. See, if someone or something is lone, they are the only one of that kind. To examine something is to look at it carefully. To hurry is to do something quickly. Hurry. A message is a set of words that you send to someone. Message. To lie is to say or write some. Lie. Effort is hard work or an attempt to do something. Effort. If you go toward something, you go closer to it. Toward. A policy is a rule. To notice something is to see it for the first time. Notice. If something is real, it actually real. A puddle is a pool of liquid on the ground. Puddle. If something is fresh, it is new. Fresh. To imagine something is to think of it in your mind. Imagine. A gift is something you give someone. Gift. To own something means to have it. Own. If something is international, it involves more than one country. A tool is something that helps you do a task. Tool. To purchase something is to buy it. Purchase. To serve someone is to give them food or serve. To predict something is to say that it will happen.
Predict.
A bone is a hard part of the body. Bone. To appreciate something is to understand its good qualities.
Appreciate.
To appreciate something is to understand its good quality. Hunger is the feeling that you get when you need to eat. Wood is the thing that trees are made of. Wood. To waste means to carelessly use something all up. A professor is a person who teaches in college. Professor. A puzzle is something that is hard to understand. Puzzle. To refuse something is to say no to it. Refuse. To appear is to seem. Appear. A journey is a long trip. Journey. To consider something means to think about it. A career is a job that you do for a large part of your life. Career. If something is specific, it is precise or exact. Specific. To rush is to go somewhere or do something very quickly. Rush. Quite is used to say that something is complete. Quite. If you are glad, you are happy. A bit is a small amount of something. When something is excellent, it is very good. Rather is used when you want to do one thing but not the other. Rather. A tour is a short trip in which you see many sights. Tour. A schedule is a plan that tells you when to do things. To communicate is to give information by talking, writing, etc. Communicate. To flow is to move easily and flow. To disappear means to go away or not be seen. Disappear. To recommend something is to say that someone should do it. Recommend. To share something is to give some of it to another person. Share. Trip. A trip is to destroy means to damage something so badly that it cannot destroy. A crowd is a large group of people. Crowd. An item is a thing that you buy or sell. Item. To explore is to look for new places. Explore. To explore is to look for new places. A stage is a place where actors or musicians.
Stage.
To achieve something is to successfully do it after trying hard. Achieve. If something has value, it is worth a lot of money.
Value.
To depend on someone or something is to need them. Depend. To mention something is to talk about it. Mention. If something is available, it means you can get it. A storm is very bad weather. There is a lot of rain or snow. Storm. To inform someone is to tell them about something. Inform. To entertain someone is to do something that they enjoy. Entertain. A clerk is a type of worker. Clerks in a store help customers. Clerk. You use within to say that something is inside another thing. Within. You use within to say a response is the answer to a question. Respond. Barely means by the smallest amount. Almost not. Barely. Barely means by the smallest amount. Almost not. A band is a group of people who play music. To regard someone or something is to think of them in a certain way. A mix is different things put together.
Mix.
Actual means that something is real or true. Actual. To advertise is to tell people about something on TV, radio, etc. Advertise. To advertise is to tell people about something on TV. If something is various, there are many types of it. Various. If a web is a home made by a spider. Web. An athlete is a person who plays sports. Athlete. Though is used when the second idea makes the first seem. Though. To assign something to someone is to tell them to do it. Assign. To assign something to someone is to tell them to do it.
I assigned the worker an important task.
If something is boring, it is not fun. Boring. If something is boring, it is not fun.
I think the internet is boring.
To cancel means to decide that an event or a request will not happen. Cancel. Garbage is waste material like unwanted or spoiled food, bottles, paper, etc. Garbage. An instrument is something designed to do a certain task, like music. Instrument. A driveway is a short private road that leads to a person's home. Drive. Magic is the power to do impossible things. Magic. A list is a record of information print. List. To notice something is to see it for the first time. Notice. To own something means to have. Own. A message is a set of words that you send to someone. Message. To predict something is to say that it will happen.
Predict.
To predict something is to say that it will happen.
She.
A professor is a person who teaches in college. Professor. To rush is to go somewhere or do something very quickly. Rush. To share something is to give some of it to another. Share. A schedule is a plan that tells you when to do things. Schedule. You use within to say that something is inside another thing. Within. Your behavior is the way you act. Behavior. Your behavior is to advertise is to tell people about something on TV, radio, etc. A stage is a place where actors or musicians act or sing.
Stage.
A storm is very bad weather. There is a lot of rain or snow. Storm. To shoot is to fire something like a bullet at. Shoot. To produce something is to make or grow it. Produce. An audience is a group of people who watch something together. Audience. An audience is a group. A gate is a type of door. Gates are usually made of metal. A feature is an important part of something. Feature. To steal is to take something that is not yours. Steal. To comfort someone means to make them feel better. Comfort. Breakfast is the first meal of the day. Breakfast. A charge is the price to pay for something.
Charge.
If something is regular, It happens often and in equal amounts of regular. Friendship is the relationship between people who are friends. Friendship. To perform is to do something in front of people who watch.
Perform.
A competition is a contest to see who is the best at something. Competition. Along means to move from one part of a road along. If something fits, it is small enough or fit. A critic is someone who gives their opinions about movies, books, plays, etc. Critic. Advice is an opinion about what to do. Advice. If the weather is cool, it is a little bit cold. Cool. Medicine is something you take to feel better or treat an illness. Medicine. A mystery is something that is difficult to understand or explain. Mystery. To advance is to go forward.
Advance.
If you gain something, you get more of it. Gain. If you gain something, you get more of it.
I gained some weight over the summer.
A plate is a flat, round thing that you put food on. Plate. A sign is a notice giving information, directions. Sign. To organize is to plan or get ready for an event. Organize. If something is wide, it is large from side to side. Wide. Importance means the quality or condition of being needed or valued. Important. A tradition is something people have been doing for a long time. Tradition. A passenger is a person who rides in a car, train, or airplane. Passenger. A passenger is to deliver something is to take it from one place to another. Deliver. A range is a number or a set of similar things.
Range.
Knowledge is information that you have about something. Knowledge. To exercise is to run or play sports so that you can be healthy. Exercise. To swim is to move through water. Swim. To contact someone is to speak or write to them. To strike someone or something is to hit them. Strike. To strike someone or something is to hit them.
She struck the other girl in the face.
If something is major, it is big or important. Major. A term is a word for something. Term. To lower something is to make it go down. Lower. The environment is the place where people work or live. Environment. The environment is the place where people work or live.
Keeping our environment clean is important to our health.
Mean describes someone who is unkind or cruel. Mean. An instance is an example of something. Instance. An instance is an example of something.
I have never experienced.
To remove something is to take it away. Remove. A pole is a long, thin stick made of wood or metal that pole. To receive something is to get it. Receive. To receive something is to assign something to someone is to tell them to do it. Assign. If you prefer something, you want it more than something else. Prefer. If you prefer something, to recognize something is to know it because you have seen it before. Recognize. To support something is to like it and help it be successful. Support. To match is to be the same or similar.
Match.
To include something means to have it as part of it. Include. A president is the leader of a country. President. To sound means to make a noise. Pressure is what you apply to make someone do something. Pressure. A customer is a person who buys something at a store. Customer. An event is something that happens, especially something important. Event. Progress is the act of getting closer to doing or finishing something. Progress. If something is complex, it has many small parts. It is hard to understand. Complex. A task is work that someone has to do. Task. If something is probable, it is likely to happen. Probable. Respect is a good opinion of someone because they are good. Respect. Safety means to be the condition of being safe and free from danger. A factory is a building where things are made or put together. Factory. To earn means to get money for the work you do. Earn. To cheer is to give a loud shout of approval or encouragement. Cheer. If you are rich, you have a lot of money. Writ. A tip is a pointed end of something. Tip. To involve means to be actively taking part in something. Involve. A course is a class in school. Course. A poem is a short kind of writing. Poem. A skill is the knowledge and ability that your personality is what you are like and how you behave. Personality. To amaze someone is to surprise them very much. Amaze. To amaze someone, an operation is when a doctor replaces or removes something in the body. Operation. A guide is someone who shows you where to go. Guide somehow means in a way or by some means which is not known. Somehow. To manage something means to control or be in charge of it. Manage. If something is mental, it has to do with your mind. Mental. An audience is a group of people who watch something together. Audience. An audience is a group. Behind means to be at the back of something. Strength is the physical power that you have. A period is an amount of time when something happens. Period. If something is average, it is at a normal level. Average. If A is the opposite of B, A is completely different from B. Opposite. To unite is to get together to do something. Unite. To vote is to officially choose between two. If something is public, it is meant for everyone to use. Public. If there is a lack of something, there is not enough of it. Lack. A member is a person who is part of a group. Trash is waste material or unwanted or worthless. If something is above, it is at a higher level than something else. Above. A reward is something given in exchange for good behavior or work. Reward. To set something is to put it somewhere. Set. A block is a solid piece of wood, stone, block. If something is ahead of something else, it is in ahead. To occur means to happen.
Occur.
Breakfast is the first meal of the day. Breakfast. A passage is a long area with walls that goes from one place to another. Passage. To associate means to connect something with a person or thing. Associate. If you gain something, you get more of it. If the weather is cool, it is a little bit cold. Cool. If people populate an area, they live there. Populate. An amount is how much there is of something. Amount. An amount is how much there. A thief is someone who quietly takes things that do not belong to them. A competition is a contest to see who is the best at something. Competition. Pain is the feeling that you have when you are hurt. To represent is to speak or act for a person or group. A cell is a small room where a person. A belief is a strong feeling that something is correct or true. Belief. Knowledge is information that you have about something. Knowledge. A sheet is a thin, flat piece of paper. Sheet. A challenge is something difficult to complete. Challenge. Someone's attitude is the way they feel and think. Attitude. If something is major, it is big or important. An error is something you do wrong. Error. An error. The center of something is the middle of it. Importance means the quality or condition of being needed or valued. An alien is a creature from a different world. Alien. A community is a group of people who live together. If something is visible, it can be seen. Visible. If something is common, it happens often or there is much of it. Common. If a limit is the largest or smallest amount of something.
Limit.
To spread is to move quickly to more places. To print something is to put it onto paper. Print perhaps is used when you say that something could happen. Perhaps. To cost is to require expenditure or cost. A laboratory is a room where a scientist works. Laboratory. A laboratory is a room where a scientist works. A decision is a choice. To rest is to stop being at rest. To guard something is to take care of it. Guard. To demonstrate something is to show how it is done. Fright is the feeling of being scared. Fright. To discover something is to find it for the first time. Discover. Mean describes someone who is unkind or cruel. Mean. To wonder is to ask yourself questions or have a need to know. Wonder. To wonder is to ask yourself questions or have a need to know.
The young mother wondered if she'd have a boy or a girl.
If you prefer something, you want it more than something else. Prefer. Progress is the act of getting closer to doing or finishing something. Progress. A president is the leader of a country. President. A concert is an event where you listen to people play music. Different describes someone or something that is not the same as others. Different. A contrast is the sharp difference between two things. Contrast. Mail is letters and other things sent to people. Mail. To observe something is to watch it. Observe. Evidence is a fact or thing that you use to prove something. Evidence. Evidence is a fact or thing that you use to prove something.
He used the pictures as evidence that UFOs are real.